Hey, collective. I hope you've been looking good, feeling good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy with good people, in good places, doing good things. I just heard the download that I got for this reading is that they have to come directly to you, okay? Someone's lost all spiritual power. Like they don't have any spiritual power. They don't have anything that they can do spiritually because it's not working. And the reason it's not working is because, so what happens is when someone is spiritually doing something, if it doesn't manifest, if it doesn't work, it just becomes lost rituals, right? Lost efforts, lost this, lost that, right? So that's what I'm understanding is they've lost all spiritual existence. Yes, they've lost their spiritual existence. They have lost their spiritual existence. Yeah, so if this is someone that's wanting you to give them money or something like that, like you being unfazed by that energy, you being unfazed by anything, the gossip, the rumors, etc. They've lost all spiritual aspects to any type of money as well. So they have no spiritual wealth. This person may be fishing for comments, looking to see what you're commenting on, what you're doing, but you're moving in silence in this unfazed energy. So see, that's why they've lost all spiritual existence. They have lost all of their spiritual existence. It's everything is in their head, They're overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing, and a part of that too is like reaching burnout. They've been burned out on this. They've been, drowning themselves in this overwhelming feeling of trying to figure out what's going on, doing this, doing that. They've lost all spiritual existence. Because number one, they were hating on your spiritual existence, right? So now it's like, that's why. So just like you have to take action in the physical realm, they'd have to too. They know that you have this love on the brain, and they're in this, they being in this cloud 100. It's like that when things don't match up. So spiritually, nothing matched up. Spiritual court is adjourned. Yeah, they can't even stalk you. That's the problem that they're having now, is because they well to know that they have to be able to reach out and touch you. They can't send their energy by way of another person, another demonic, another lost soul. They can't do that. Wow. Wow. Like, that's what's happened. Oh my goodness. I'll get a few more out of this. I'm just going to go until this deck goes through once. Yep. Ooh. This played out energy. I'll pull these other ones in just a second. I got this download and I was like, what? Yeah, you're in this card laid right on top of like a bunch of other cards. Totally like moved away from all these other cards that are down here. It was sitting up high. You're sitting up high spiritually. And so spiritually they can't do anything. They've lost all spiritual existence. Spiritually they do not exist. Yeah. Yeah. And they're not moving. They can't. They feel so burned out. They feel so played out. They would have to come in and like be apologetic and do this and do that. And they don't have the cojones. They don't have the balls. They're not shining. No one is seeing them, in the same light as they previously did. The reason they're fishing for comments is so that they can see maybe a way to try to like find out what you're doing to make you so unbothered so that they can come in. But this is that spiritual hating energy. They have lost all spiritual existence. They have lost all spiritual existence. This is interesting. Time for a change. To learn something new. This is new. To use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Wow. And this is because spiritually they were invading boundaries. Not just yours, but then the people that they were using to try to work against you. Wow. Yeah, your ancestors have ensured that spiritually, like spiritual court is adjourned. It is a wrap. They can't come with that energy. They would have to come directly to you and get you to engage in all of this stuff that they keep saying that you're doing. They can't, continue to try and put this out into the universe. The universe is seeing so much of it that it knows it's false, and that's why they've lost their spiritual existence. Look at that. You had this ancient wisdom about rebirthing yourself, right? Wow. Just think about it. When you so let's talk about it in the physical term. If you physically pass away, when you are reborn, it's into a whole different, identity. Essentially, it's into a whole different way, right? There's even some like three witch sisters energy too. They've lost all of their spiritual existence, trying to hold on tight to something. Yeah, that's why their voodoo doesn't work. That's why their spell work doesn't work. They have lost all spiritual existence. Give me more on this. Okay. Yeah, you see clearly. This is a clear message. This is a clear message. Yeah. It's like even if they try to step into the spiritual realm, into the spiritual aspect of things, essentially they're the faceless ghost and the hunted girl, like whoever this is, they're being haunted by spiritual beings, by entities, by this and by that. But this haunting is not like this is a haunting while they're awake, things moving, apparitions. They don't want to be a spiritual hater anymore because basically everything that they did is just a sweet memory. They don't even want to be in that energy anymore. But the reality is they can't. They've lost the desire to even be in that. Some of them may be getting angry and feeling like, oh, okay, well, fine, we'll go towards the collective. Yeah, they're gonna hit something real hard. They're gonna meet, like, again, see, they thought that they could do this and that it would have an effect on you. The fact that it got played out in the spiritual realm is what made them lose all their spiritual existence. Spiritually, they do not exist anymore. Wow. And that's why they're being invaded at this point. There's no boundaries between them and the material realm showing everything that they've done spiritually. There's this dominance that the spiritual realm has over them now because they've lost their existence there. Wow. They've lost all spiritual existence. They've lost all spiritual existence. Wow. I'm being told look, it's a time for spirit. Spirit is touching down on them in this instance. Yep. Because it's already been changed into spiritually, everybody sees you as the official person. That's already well known. So it's like if they want to try to change something, they'll have to change it on the material realm, right? They'll have to change that. There's also this change in your dating life as well. Whereas maybe you weren't open or you hadn't met anybody yet of that you like, but that's also bringing them a message of concern. Spiritually, they can't do anything about your courtship. They can't do anything about your unexpected income. They've received all those messages spiritually, and they chose to try to exist in a realm that doesn't exist, and that's why they've lost all spiritual access. Like they don't have an existence in the spiritual realm anymore. This unexpected income that's coming in for you too. Like these were all signs for them to understand what was happening and where they were where they were playing themselves, how they were pulling themselves out of the place that they wanted to be. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's like if they want you to have legal troubles, they're going to have to go to a court and file something in an actual legal court which is going to expose them even more. Like that's perjury. Oh, wow. Yeah. They're getting this message too about themselves being in poverty. Maybe they're receiving some type of notifications like that they owe the IRS, or maybe somebody got caught up in PPP loans. Maybe somebody did some type of scams and stuff. Yeah. And they're seeing that you're not having to work hard either. These are all the signs that they're getting and have been getting. Wow. These are all the signs. Like they've been feeling it in their physical spirit, like in their awakening life too. They maybe even know something about you and your lover purchasing a new home together or moving in together or something like that. Yeah, and having a child. Yeah, in your new house. Maybe you're going to do an at-home birth or something like that. But they're seeing, yeah, you're getting that gift, that spirit baby. Wow. Wow. Maybe this is a child that someone else, that your new person was involved with. They aborted a baby. Or this maybe was a miscarriage for you. Maybe you had a miscarriage and that is your spirit baby. And there may just be two different spirit babies, maybe one or something like that. But that's the change of this child. Like the spirit babies have removed themselves. Again, these people don't exist. So when they don't exist spiritually, there's nowhere else for this stuff to go. Like all this good stuff that they were trying to fight for in the spiritual realm. There's nowhere else for it to go but to you. They know that. Yeah. You're in high honor, and that's concerned them. Like they overwhelm themselves with concern about it. Oh my goodness, this is too funny. Yep, this is that change that they see. They knew there was a change coming up. They didn't understand what that change was. They've been trying to figure that out. Like, what's changing? What do we have to do next? What can we try next? What can we? And this is what the result is. This is what that change is. Yeah, this is what that change is right now. They have no spiritual existence. Oh, wow. They can't even be spiritual haters now. Yep. And they see this money too. Because they know that it's no longer a spiritual thing even. They know that it's no longer a spiritual inheritance. It's no longer a spiritual connection. It's no longer the spiritual things that are working. It's the physical. Because you married the two. You married your spiritual existence and your natural world, this world's existence together. Yeah. Wow. Wow. I'm told to get another deck. Okay. Wow. Yeah, there's something here about like it was always written that, but they didn't understand what it was that was written. Just like they didn't understand that they couldn't take something that was written from you or how to take something from you. So now they're in this energy of where it's like the reality, right? This is a screenplay. This is what was written. This is the spiritual realm. And this is the reality. Whoa. All right. Ooh, wow. Because what I'm understanding is like they try to take you to court for something, they're going to go into the court and the court's going to want to see what they've been up to too. You're going to raise that. You're going to raise that concern. Like, wait a minute, I'm being called here for this. Have we looked into this person? You know, because the goal and the purpose of being in an actual court is to prove, doubt in the other person, right? And I'm hearing there's not a shadow of a doubt that you've been in the upright. You've been that way spiritually and you've been that way on the physical plane too. So there's no way they're going to be seen for everything. Like it's going to open up a can of worms on them, on the other people that they've stalked and harassed and, been sending negative energy towards, etc. And it's going to show that you've just been the one that they couldn't deal with, Oh, wow, this is too funny. Yeah, it's going to put them in a lot of debt on this realm. So basically all the spiritual debt that they've been accruing, all the spiritual karma and stuff, it's coming down to the physical. They no longer have any spiritual existence. Wow. Yeah, it's because too many people have gotten sick of what they've been doing. Too many people have gotten sick, either physically or, mentally or spiritually or emotionally sick because of how this person has been twisting the energy, manipulating things spiritually. And that caused this disease, that caused this, unrest. I'm hearing it's caused a lot. This person may try to flee the country too, but what I'm understanding is they don't have the credit that they need. Like they messed up. Again, how are they going to obtain that? How are they going to put you into crimes that you've been nowhere near? You know what I mean? How are they going to say, oh, I'm bringing this person to court that's been stalking me, that's whatever it is that they're trying to mix up, their browser history, everything that they've been involved in, the dots are going to be connected them to everything that they're saying you're doing. So again, if they want to do it, go for it. The collective, I feel like, is all for it. Look, collective's like, come on in, bring it. You wanna come for me? Collective has almost been waiting for this day. Collective has been waiting for the day that they were going to try to approach you in the real world. Like, we can, because you've already fought all these spiritual battles and won. Like, it's come up too many times. You are out of this world. It's really giving heavy energy of, I don't feel like this is the deck, but I'll pull a few anyway. Wow. So they have to come at you in the physical realm. If they want your life to be over, they have to come and do it themselves. If they want, you to lose out on your spirit, on your true love, they have to come in and get you to lay down with them. Yeah. Because everybody else has casted them out spiritually in the groups that they've been working in the spiritual stuff. People are tired of hearing them complain about, this didn't work, that didn't work, and blaming it on other people. And somebody involved in this only did it just simply to keep avoiding their karma. So there's somebody that knew you from childhood, or, is a parent or a relative or something like that, that's known you used to know you. They knew of your existence for a long time. They knew who you were this whole time too. That's what I'm saying. They knew who you were, and they knew that they could throw their karma off on other people and just keep getting, keep scathing by. But now it's not working because they have no actual spiritual existence. They don't exist in the spiritual realm. Surprise. They do not exist in the spiritual realm anymore. That's wild. Yep, whoever this is not okay. They're not okay at all. Look at the other card that came out. Because they abused their power. They didn't realize that, like, getting people sick and fed up with them for abusing their power, because there's too many cats here, right? Too many people are sick of them, right? And people know that they're not okay and that they've been abusing their power and being three-faced and, spreading this, disease towards everyone. And, like, this is a surprise to them that they have no spiritual existence. Wow. And you're being told just to keep enjoying your life. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. Because it's not worth it. What they gonna do? Come to your house and get the police called on them? And you just gonna be looking there at them like, this some stupid mofo. I can't believe that this is, oh my gosh. It's gonna be that type of energy if they do try to come. Essentially, some of these people might try to do this just to kind of relieve their pressure. They think they're like, oh, okay, well, no, that's not how this works. They're gonna have the same result in the physical realm as they did in the spiritual. They've been defeated every time. They've been, it's just too much. It's just too much. I just can't right now. Yeah. They won't be able to disturb you because you're regenerating. That came from the other reading. You're regenerating, which essentially means taking everything that you know to be spiritually yours and bringing it into this material realm. They can't disturb that. Oh, wow. I'm hearing these people are going to wake up every day wishing that they could move a foot in your direction and it won't work. They're going to wake up every day wishing that they even could know where you are. Because they'll look like fools to come to you, right? They'll look like fools. They'll look like stalkers. They'll look like a lot of stuff that they don't want to look like. Yep. And it's because you have rights, right? And what I'm understanding is no matter where you are, if you at work, if you at home, if you just out in public, if you traveling, there's no way that they can come towards you. It will magnify their evilness. And what I'm understanding is the abuse of power won't be able to take flight here. Like, they cannot do that here because they spiritually couldn't get away with it. Now, if they could spiritually oppress you and spiritually get you, bugged out in your head, because that's where the spiritual aspects live, right? If they could get you bugged out in your head, then they would be able to come towards you in the physical. That's why you never see these people materialize in the real world. They are pissed. They are pissed about this. They're like, what you mean I did all of this work and there's nothing going to happen from it and I got to go to the collective and blah, 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 blah. Wow. This is like their word magic won't work, their mirror magic won't work, their candle magic won't work, their dirt magic won't work. Nothing's worked, right? Wow. Yeah, I'm being told to remind the collective, do not even trip off of it. There's nothing, no, they can't do something. Go out all you want. Go explore, do everything you want. There is nothing that they can do. There's nothing that they can do. They will get arrested. They will get completely and totally arrested. People will be like, no, this person's standing up for themselves. I'm hearing people will come to your defense. It's that type of energy. People will come to your defense. Oh, wow. They have no spiritual existence. Wow. Yeah. They're going to have to just box with the pillow. A lot of these people are so broke, they're like a joke, they can't come near you. And the ones that use their money to try to come towards you, you know, somebody's like, I'm going to catch a flight. You're going to catch a case too, bitch. Go for it. Collective is waiting. Collective is waiting. Yeah. And they know this too because there's this person that's ready to declare their love for you. And there's no other planet. There's no other place. There's no other time. They know that that's coming into fruition. Oh, wow. That is too funny. I was like, let me go pull some cards on what this means. Okay, I was told to use this deck over here. All right. Yeah. I'm hearing if this person did try to approach your house, there's other people that watch you. There's other people that watch your house that are a part of your inner circle. Maybe you don't even know that there's neighbors that are out there watching you, keeping a close eye on you, you know, being a neighborly person. And they would be quick to go ahead and communicate what they needed to the authorities. Like I saw somebody outside watching my neighbor's apartment. I saw somebody, you know, following them and parking in the parking lot when they came inside of the such and such for our meeting. Like, yeah, they'll be met with a whole bunch of people that march to the beat of their own drum just like you do. Wow. Yeah. People that know, like, that you carry yourself, you know, in the right way. What else is this here? Oh, yeah. They'll be met with a lot of overwhelming, it'll be too burdensome. They know it'll be too burdensome. They know it will because people really love you. People really see you in this star energy. People know that, you know, you have all of these great things coming in that you've manifested, that you've given birth to. They will be so burdened and overwhelmed. Imagine that. They will be so burdened and overwhelmed if they try to come towards you in the physical realm. Look. Even if they were trying to come and give you a piece of their mind, it's done. It's out of here. Essentially, this process is what's bringing them through their own metamorphosis of them having to let go of their hang-ups about you. Their hang-ups about what they couldn't do. Nice. 6 of Wands. Yeah. This is going to be you. This is going to be you. What I'm hearing is this adds an additional layer of victory if they do that. This is that kind of victory where it exposes everything. If they're wanting to keep anything that they've done hidden, if they want to keep anything that they've done hidden, they can't come near you. Because the moment they take a foot out the door, things are going to start conspiring to take them down. Wow. They're going to see, like, I don't know. It's like whatever they're going to see if they even attempt to come near you. Like, let's say somebody does know where you live, right? Let's say somebody does know where you live. What they're going to see is everything that they have been trying to say isn't real in your life is. You know, like, oh, nobody cares about the collective. Nobody likes the collective. Nobody's friends with the collective. Collective don't have nobody loving on them. Collective, everything they're going to be seeing that. Look at that bird taking the nectar from the flower, and then you're the one holding the flower. Wow. Yeah. They have no idea what to do at this point. They have no idea what to do. Look at this. Somebody out here fishing. The thing don't even go far enough down. It doesn't even go down far enough for them to even get into the water to catch a fish. Like, they can't even catch you. You know why? Number one, because you ain't doing nothing to be caught, right? But also because it's under false pretenses. Like, they can't even see themselves in the right energy to even get a boat. You know what I mean? Like, to catch the right, like, they don't have any ships coming in. They're just passing by them. I think it's like they're going to be made a spectacle of. So it's, wow. They're going to be made a spectacle of. That's what will happen. They're being made an example of. They're being highlighted so that people can see who they are. Especially if they take this effort. And the collective's like, come on, bring it. Come on. Go ahead and break out of that emotional baggage and chains and think that you're bold enough to come towards me. Go for it. Go for it. Because nothing is being accepted in the spiritual realm anymore. That time has moved on. It's moved on from that. Yeah, it seemed like it was forever. But in reality, essentially, it's like, hey, what I'm hearing is it had to get to this point. It had to get to this point. It had to get to this point. Oh, wow. Lost all spiritual existence. Yep. That's what I'm understanding. They're going to be watching you in this Ten of Pentacles energy. Look, they come towards you. This is them sitting on top of this. They're going to grow into old age seeing you have all of this down here. Is that even a dog? Oh, I'm loving this. Look at the little dog. They're going to see you live this legacy. Like, they come towards you. They're going to be sitting somewhere stuck, having nothing to do but understand where you are in the real world, because this has all been spiritual that they've been doing this. They might even catch you and somebody else kissing and getting into a car all dressed up, or they're going to see something they don't want to see. Yeah. Then they're going to realize the whole time they could have been free from this if they wanted to just stand up for themselves, like stand up for what's right and just. Like, you know, they got their own wings caught up in these bars. Wow. That's what they've been hearing too. They've been hearing that from people around them. They've been hearing that from readings. It's like if they want to keep anything that they've done hidden on this material realm and not face the consequences as bad as they, should in this physical realm, then they wouldn't do this. But hey, Collector said go for it. Don't let that defeat you, dodo birds. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they may even see you, and let's say they see you and they see you and your person get into a car together. They're going to be following you over to find out that you're pregnant, to an OB appointment. Or they're going to see you get out and they're going to see the baby bump or see this person rub your belly or something like that. They're going to be met with everything they never wanted to know. Like, all the time I was sitting over here thinking that the collective was living this way or living that way or living this way or living that way. And in reality, it's like, yeah, reality wants to meet you because you have no spiritual existence anymore. See, you balanced out everything and sitting on top of the world is what I'm understanding there. Sitting on top of the world. They're going to be so conflicted. They gonna wish they had something to cover up their eyes. They gonna be wishing they could get the noise out of their head. And by noise, I mean you and this person. Look, that's a bird. This person, you and this person. They're gonna be wishing they didn't come towards you, because then they wouldn't have seen it, and they could have just lived in the land of make believe in their head. Yeah, they're gonna see you. I'm telling you, even if it's just you going to sign some paperwork at an attorney's office or something. Whatever they see is going to devastate them. It's going to completely devastate them. One more please here. Oh yeah. Yep. They thought that you would never achieve this. They thought that you would, that's what they had planned in their head. But that's why they're being pushed out of the spiritual realm. They have no existence there because God wants them to see it in plain sight. God wants it to be, that God wants this to be revealed to them. Wow. Because this is a King of Swords in reverse in actuality. Someone who is controlling and irrational and just really stupid. Their mind, runs away with them a lot. Like they have no mental agility. They struggle. They struggle mentally, And this is a serious situation. This is a serious situation for them. Yeesh. Yeesh. I'll take this one. Yeah, they were being so stubborn. Now they're going to, like, the natural disaster happens where? On the planet. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. They're going to see you in this indulgent energy and living this lavish life. Because some people have to they're going to see you not having a care in the world. Like, just flourishing and excited and doing you. And they're going to wish that they were blind. They're going to wish that they were blind. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Then they're going to realize when those moments and opportunities came for them to try to compromise and for them to try to, like, get right, they're going to realize, like, where that was stemming from. Because it was an effort and an energy trying to help them stop themselves from actually doing so much so that they would lose their spiritual existence. Wow. 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 I'm trying to understand this. It's more so like they're going to realize, like, that everything that they were trying to bully you for and everything that it was like that you already had it. Like, they have been so confused, not believing in self-love. They're going to see, like, damn, they did all of this out of self-love. Yeah. That's where it started from. Yeah, that's where they got this. Yeah, their masks will be off. Like, they will be completely seen. Like I said, it's going to expose them in a way that they are going to be so mad. They are going to be so mad. Because what I'm understanding is, even if you don't see him, someone else is. And someone else is going to report this. Even if you don't see him, that's fate. It's fate for them to be upset by what they see. It's fate for them to have to come and get out of their heads, because that's where they've been living, right? Get out of their heads and actually see the reality as it stands. Look, somebody, it might be fate for them to get locked up. Maybe that's what they need to have them, sit down. Wow. It's time. Like, it's time for that to take place. Wow. Don't you worry about shit, Collective. Yep. Except for you gaining this Ten of Pentacles. You gaining this acknowledgement. You gaining this, what I'm hearing is like you gaining this moment. Because again, you may not even see it, but the fact that you're focused on yourself, this is their inevitable, right? They already knew that. Wow. Gaining this sweetheart who's also an introvert. Wow. And this person is cursed. Oh my gosh. I feel like this goes beyond curse though. Like there's something about like being left alone entirely. No spiritual existence and no existence, like realizing that they have no existence here on this plane too. That's a part of their curse. Wow. Live and learn. Yeah. Oh gosh. Because that's what they wanted. They wanted you to see them out. They wanted you to be stalking them and see them doing good and see this and see that and see this and see that. They're going to see you out here with your friends having fun. They're going to see whoever this is, whatever they don't want to see. If they make the attempt to come towards you in the physical realm, live and learn. They're going to see. One more. Yep. Wow. Because you've done everything that you do. You've done all your work. You know, you've kept your morals. You've had human kindness for others, and you've exposed and expressed all of the goodness that resides within you. Yeah. And while this person was just sitting in their imagination, like some little kid pretending like, you know, everybody in the world was their little toy dinosaurs. Wow. That is, I mean, fair. It's just. It's fair and just. Wow. Oh my goodness. They have lost all spiritual existence. Wow. Yeah, you're in this perfection energy. They don't understand. Ooh, yeah, this person will run into some legal trouble if they make that leap. If they take that leap. Wow. Because they can't spiritually, they can't seek anything, right? Because they didn't spiritually seek anything. They weren't seeking anything for themselves. They were trying to take something away from someone else. They were not devoted to their inner path. They were not meditating on themselves. They were not taking the time to have insight and practice a spiritual life. That's why it's been taken away from them. Oh, wow. Yeah. This community sees that too. And essentially what I'm understanding is they're going to see the community stand up for you. Neighbors, team, connection, society, cooperation. To keep justice and law. Basically, it will build a huge case in your defense. And you're being advised of that right now. So, again, that's why I say, don't worry, let them show up somewhere. Do they realize how big of fools they will look like? Because they can't send anybody else to do it. They would have to go and do this on their own. Oh, wow. Wow. For somebody too, for the masculine energies, if this is a feminine energy, they're going to see you in this father energy. They're going to see you as this boss energy, but they're also going to see you like maybe even in a fatherly role. Maybe they're going to be seeing you, you know, like I said, kissing your new person's belly, you know, or spending time and taking time out with their kids, you know, with your new person's kids, watching you do that because you decided to see the unseen. You had that foresight, the insight, and the cosmic connection. And you are standing up for justice. You want justice. You want justice in your life. You're going to see that. Oh my gosh. Look, father and mother, I cannot right now. This is so sweet. Wow. Yeah, divine masculine, they're going to see you in this, like, this master of like taking risks and investing in the right things and managing yourself and, you know, being in this leader energy. They're going to see you. They're going to see you like that. They're going to think like, this is a stranger. I never knew this person like this. You never wanted to know this person like this. They are really going to be enlightened if they come towards you. They're going to see you either preparing for that or being in that energy. They're going to get caught up though. I'm telling you, because they'll be actively stalking because they spiritually can't do anything. Yeah. And no one is telling them to do this. I just want to be clear too. And this, no one is being coached into doing this for them. I said that earlier too. Like if they thought they had some swindling energy where they could get people to go along with it, that is blocked off. Spiritually, nobody is available to them because they don't even exist in the spiritual. They have no existence there. Wow. Yeah, they're going to see you living this life that you cultivated since you were younger. That's what they're going to see. Like the true dynamics. They're going to, like, it's going to just be so obvious to them. Like, damn, this really was written. Like, yeah, it really was written. This person is a spiritual seeker. So as long as they follow their spiritual guidance, they receive what they want. Everything that they cultivated. Wow. They're going to even see you like in a younger light. They're going to, like, regardless of your age, they're going to see this, like, all this vitality, all of this stuff that you're building, all of this growth that you're having, all of the potential, like everything's, it's almost like everything that they've been avoiding seeing, that they've been trying to be blind to, is going to flash before their eyes. And it was already written that they would gamble themselves like this spiritually. Wow. Somebody might even be like attacked by a dog or something if they come towards you. That's what I'm getting here. But they're going to see that, like, everything that you depicted, everything that you formed, everything that you were feeling as far as you being this elder energy, being the, the baton being transferred over from one hand to another. They're going to see that. And they're going to see that essentially the animal world, that somebody may see you going out to go buy a new dog together. Because that dog keeps coming up. You don't have any pets. That may be the first thing that they like. That may be the first thing that they see. Oh, wow. Wow. And someone's going to feel some way. Whoever this is that tries to do this, they're going to feel some kind of way. They're going to be like, I did all this lying for nothing. Pretty much, but we tried to tell you that. We tried to tell you that. You're going to see you out here just moving hearts. Like, even in the interaction of you and your person while you're picking out this dog or whatever, they're going to see it and they're just going to be like, oh my God. They are going to be angry. Furious is not the word. Like, something bigger than that. Yeah. And if they start reaching out to people asking, like, have you seen so-and-so? And people are going to report all of this stuff back to them. Like, yeah, I saw this person, a few weeks ago. They were out there with their, stepkids, or they were out there, with their new wife. This person's going to be totally depleted. Because spiritually, they've already been defeated. Ooh, this might even be some gang energy, some people that they initially thought were on their side. They might, like, do a little check-in and find out something, and they're going to be mad and throw their phone. That's what I'm seeing here. They're going to be so angry, and they're going to throw their phone. If you're a reader or something like that, they're going to see you being employed, too. They're going to see you working in that aspect. They're going to be so miserable. They're going to be so miserable. They might even see you and your person working out. See you and your person at a bookstore picking out books, or, in a park reading a book together and laughing. Like, everything they see is going to make them feel like complete and total clowns. They're going to feel like complete and total clowns because they're not expecting to see this. Yeah, they should have done their research. They should have explored the truth. Wow. Instead of trying to, look, it keeps saying explore information, knowledge pursuer. They should have done that. Wow. One more. Yep. Again, somebody's going to come in and see somebody else getting, pulling luggage out, getting ready to go on a trip. And they are going to get themselves caught up. Because someone else, either you guys are going to see and you're going to act like you don't see, and you're going to call the police and it's going to be reported. And if they're following your vehicle, the police are going to get right behind them, turn on them lights, and it's a done deal. I'm just telling you. Or some neighbor's going to see them and they don't know the neighbor sees them. They don't know the neighbor didn't call the police, and the police going to come catch them up and be like, what are you doing over here? Let me see your license. Let me see your license or your ID. What are you doing over here? That's the question that I keep. They ain't going to be able to think of anything either. They're not going to be able to think of anything to say that makes them sound like a genius. Like, make it make sense. Like, we already were told by the neighbor. The neighbor has you on video. There's cameras all over this house. The neighbor already saw you on video, saw you and decided to record you. because they weren't sure if, all of the cameras were working. So they decided to volunteer to do something good. They were like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and catch a criminal. That's what, neighborhood patrol does, neighborhood watch does. Oh my gosh. So somebody maybe in a gated community as well. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna disrupt everything in their lives. Yeah, because you are protected from this. Like, even you are protected from them coming towards you, looking at you, and projecting any type of evil. They cannot do that. Evil eye means looking at somebody with the intent to have something harm them or go wrong for them. You are protected from that because you're living in your destiny. Oh my gosh. This is too funny to me. Oh my gosh. Freaking hilarious. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow. This person is going to realize too how much they've been living in the clouds. This person is going to realize, like, dang, you mean I've been letting this distract me from my forward movement in life? Completely. They've completely been allowing it to distract them. They're going to be trying to tell themselves, like, oh, okay, well, even though this has happened, they're going to start using things that you say, this is for my highest good. They're going to be using these phrases to motivate. I heard molded. They're going to be using these phrases to try to help motivate them to, like, to be okay with this ending. That's really like, and this reflecting that they're going to be doing. They're going to be seeing everything. Oh my gosh. You can see you spending money. People giving you gifts in the store. It's like you buy one thing. Like, if somebody is watching you that tough, they might just see it. They're going to see you buy one thing, and then the people in the store give you something else for free because they know who you are. These people around you know who you are. They want to give to you. Oh my gosh. Yep, this person is going to be going through a really strong healing process. Wow. This person is going to be going through something really difficult for themselves. Like that this is the ultimate surrender. Like, to see this, to have this reflected back to them in the real world, the one place where they haven't been checking, to see who you are, what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. They're really going to be trying to heal. Yeah. Oh my gosh. They're going to be really trying to reach deep. Yeah. Ultimately, listen, because you're in your life's destiny, because you're living out your destiny right now, this community has your back. The community that you're in has your back. And that's how, ultimately all of this ends for this person. That's why it ends right here where they have to face their healing. Yeah, they have to do this surrender. That's why this is happening. Oh my gosh. Message. Like, this is a message to somebody, like, unless you want to feel your stomach turn and get yourself caught up in some handcuffs, you better let the collective go live their life and have their fun, because they are doing it regardless. So even you coming towards them in the physical, you're just going to reflect everything that you've said that they are. It's going to be written all over you. That's what I'm understanding. Everything that they called you is what they will be named as. Like, that's a part of their rebirth, is the new name of crazy. Wow. Yeah, because your collective is in their personal power. They've already been crowned. They've already gotten the green light to go and, like, just exist and enjoy this wonderment of life. Enjoy the magic of life. That's what this person is going to see. You're out here like this little lightning bug. Yep, they're going to see you having so much fun. It's going to rip this person to shreds. Yeah. This person is going to have to be in that moment and really be able to yield on whatever they're trying to do. Because I don't get that this is like a warning. This is kind of like, well, go ahead and see for yourself. Like, go ahead and see for yourself in this way. Not through a reading. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Try to dox my collective. Go ahead. Go for it. You're going to be seeing them like this. You glowing in the dark. They're going to wish that they had... Ooh-wee. They are going to wish that they had followed their right mind. But I feel like they're so far away from it too. Yeah, they're so unfocused on themselves, what they look like. They don't, they don't see themselves. They don't take the time to see like what they're going to meet a lot of obstacles. They don't realize all the obstacles that they put in front of themselves by doing this. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're going to have to be in this energy of recovering. Oh my gosh. Last one here for the collective. Yeah, this collective community as well. The collective's community wants them to achieve everything that this balance. If this is how the balance has to play out, collective's all for it. Collective been dying for these people to see. Collective been waiting for the day that these people will see and understand. So collective's like, yeah, I love this idea. Come see for yourself. Come see this miracle for yourself. It's the time for spirit to show you who's the lotus flower bomb. It's the time. Yeah. Like all of this personal, powerful personal growth. Collective's ready. Like now you just showing off, collective. Yeah. They're going to be like, damn. They're going to have to leave everything behind. Collective's like, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Yep. This is happening because you have this ancient wisdom collective. And they need to have some awareness of the ancient wisdom. Like why their stuff doesn't work. This may happen first thing in the morning. Like this person may wake up in just some type of like fit of rage or something and walk right into this ending of whatever they thought. Yep. Because everything that they had sent out in the spiritual realm, it was bound to get to a point to where they'd be cut off from that. Yep. Magical space clearing time. The calm and the chaos. They're going to see it for themselves. Go for it. Go for it, collective. It's time for a treat. Go for it, guys. Go for it. Go right on over. Red Rover, send karmics right over. Yep, because the natural in the world needs you. If there's one thing that they'll walk away with in this moment, knowing that the natural world needs you and that there's nothing they could do. Everything, oh my gosh. Wow. Everything, basically that's the start of everything. Not that it hasn't been mirroring what they've been doing. Like, not that they haven't been receiving karma. But it's like everything from the past. Because they put themselves in a position to get caught up like this is what I'm understanding. So putting themselves in this position. Like, getting so far out of their mind that they actually get in their car or look you up or whatever it is that they plan on doing. I don't know how to take this card because it kind of came out like this, but then I put it this way. And it's like, this is a wonderful idea. But it was in the reverse too. So like, I want to be clear on how the card presented itself. Spirit's like, yeah, we know better. It's a tempting offer at a high price. Their sanity, their freedom, like they will get so caught up. They will go down as like stalker number one. Yeah. They have to eat through this stifled, bored, and stuck energy. Or, take this tempting offer at the high price. I know I wouldn't give up my freedom. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Maybe this is some energy that they were projecting back in October. I'm trying to hold up time, but it's like, nah, go for it. That's the collective telling you to go for it. Wow. Yep. Yep, it's time for a treat, collective. And I must admit, this would be a sweet treat for the collective. Like, to know. Like, not that you don't know, right? Because you see everything. But to know. Like, for it to be clear to everybody else. Where you have it written down on paper. You know, police report, yada, 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 yada. And they're going to realize too, like they're going to be looking at it like love is strange, you know. How could this person love this person? Or how could this, you know, have happened? Or they're going to realize that like love is strange to them because they don't own any of it. They don't have any for themselves. So they definitely don't have anything to give out. Like that's the energy that they're going to be in. It's like love is strange. Because they're going to instantly want to know what love is, what love feels like. If they go ahead and take this tempting offer at a high price, collective said go for it. Go for it. Collective said go for it. Because all we're going to do is clear you out. Because at first it was 3. Go for it. You feeling froggy? Leap. Yeah, they're going to be met with so much. Like whatever they believed about you, whatever they thought was like how you get down, whatever their attitude and whatever their energies, they're going to be met with something completely different than what they expect. Wow. All right, I'll take a few more of these and then I'm gone. This is funny. they don't realize too, like they made this a full-time job where they would be, you know, put in a full-time job. You know, they thought that they could do a little bit at a time and keep doing this a little bit at a time, but now it became a full-time job for you. And this is what the collective wants to be known. They want this to be known. What's the quickest way? Come at me, bro. Wow. Come at me, bro. That's the energy the collective is. Come at me, bro. Bring it. Wow. Wow. They're going to see you like they're going to see your inner child has healed. That's what they will see. With the trust of a child, they'll see all this fun and romance and making art and like you're doing it in a big way too. They're going to see all of that. They're going to see themselves as an obsessive person who's in this power struggle and needs control. Like needs to be controlled. Yeah. They're going to be met with this huge like influx of energies where they're realizing like, oh my God, I got to step up in my own life. You know? They're going to see your desires that resulted from honesty and strength. And they're going to be met with this huge rush of emotions and energy where it's like they're going to realize the challenge that actually is in front of them. Like is to just be themselves and worry about themselves. Yeah. Stuff that you already know. Ooh, this one flew up. Wow. Wow. And this one flew up into my face kind of, and it kind of landed like this. So I'm being told to like use this both ways. So basically, they're going to know at this point that it all came from all that there is. Like it's going to look to them like this is from God. They're going to understand the philosophies and the laws involved, right? And they're going to understand why you're allowed to do it in a big way. They're also going to see how they lack spiritual values and their long range in thinking and the things that they were working towards. Like that's going to be exposed. Oh my gosh. That like it's going to be shared with everyone. Oh my gosh. What energy. Ooh-wee. They're being told that this is a life or death issue. Getting and using their power. Using other people's resources. Wow. They let their highest ideals outweigh the rules. Wow. And it's going to get out to the world, their abuse of power. Go for it. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Like, you don't even have a spiritual existence anymore. Oh my gosh. He wasn't afraid of you now. Yeah. They're going to accept that you'll be defended. Yeah, that's the illusion. They don't think that, they think, I don't know what they think. They think that they're going to come in and nobody's going to come to your rescue, but you already have what makes you feel secure. You're already supported in your world, in your home base, in your community. They're going to have to defend themselves and really just accept that they let their feelings get away with them. They've been living in an illusion. This is the moon card. Oh, wow. And this is happening so that spiritually they can ultimately experience that, and trust in your psychic knowledge. Oh, wow. Wow. Resulting from the illusions that they kept pushing out. They're going to have to accept that you're psychic. And that you've been granted with all of these blessings of good fortune. Oh my goodness. This is too funny. Okay, last two. Wow. Yeah, Spirit saying don't even worry about it. You've been in your North Node. Now's the time to fill all of that North Node energy that you've worked hard on for years. This is because you are responsibly receiving success. You became a person of power and status. Wow. Wow. Yeah, all of your resources, your beliefs, what you value, all of your resources. And again, it has a lot to do with the fact that you married your spiritual and the material world together. You've married them. That's why your second house is bringing in all of this financial success, your highest ideas. You followed the rules. And now it's time to get that message out to the rest of the world. Are we in Capricorn season? Because I feel like it's basically, this is what's taking place in the Sagittarius season if we're still in there. Yeah, you had the self-confidence to create and take a chance on yourself. You were impressed by what you were already doing. That's the only person you needed to impress too, and you knew that. You knew that. And then now that's why Spirit wants you to share this with the world. That's why this person might be exposed in this way. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Yep. Who you are is your desires and your actions. They're going to see themselves just like you see yourself. Like they're going to see that you are your desires and your actions. They're also going to see themselves too. Wow. Wow. They're going to see all of these things like be revealed to them in these moments. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. This is going to bring them some type of maturity, and caution with respect to trying to impose and limit other people. It's going to be their Saturn return that they missed. That's what it is. Yeah. Wow. And you'll have all the energy that you need is what I'm understanding to confront this in the right way. If it's, calling the police, if it's, pretending like you don't see them and getting in the car with your person, like whatever it is, it's going to be an unusual example of how to do this. Yeah. That's why there's so much beauty in your relationship too. That's why you have all of these partners in the community and in your personal relationships, etc. Last one out here. Yep. Balance and cooperation from all of your partners. That's what they're going to see. That your community supports you, your person supports you. Because you guys, like I'm saying, if you're getting in the car with your person and you guys both happen to see this person, out of the corner of your eyes, you both are going to be like, oh, okay, let's get in the car. Let's act like we didn't even see that. Let's act like we didn't see it and go, babe, you go ahead and call the police. And we'll go ahead and drive down the street a little bit longer so to make sure that the police catch up with them. Wow. Yep. You guys are going to communicate and analyze and figure it out together. Wow. Wow. It's really going to be seen. So like Collective said, go for it. Go for it. You feeling froggy? Leap. Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.